Hello, welcome to this week's video. Last week was a bit heavy, I know. We're back to talking about more fun stuff. And this week we're talking about representation in, like, movies and TV and books, not in the media. So, yes. So, the savant stereotype. I mentioned this back in the special interest video. I'm going to go a little bit further into it now. The savant stereotype is like a way of portraying autistic characters where they're just portrayed as like smart and that's it. Like that's like the only character trait. So yeah, it's not like a, particularly great stereotype, obviously. I know some people are thinking, oh, but that's great, you're all portrayed as smart, but like, to the point that like, that's it. Or like, we're either smart or we are unfeeling robots. Which is not accurate, obviously. And just, that's really not a great stereotype. But yeah. I, however, would like to talk this week about some of my favorite autistic characters. So, let's begin. I actually can grab one of them because I have the book right here. The other one's over there and I don't want to get up and get it because I already sat down. So, I'm going to start with a couple books, then we'll talk about a couple of TV shows. So, first up, this book, Tilly in Technicolor by Maisie Eddings, features an ADHD main character, Tilly, and an autistic main character, Ollie. And this book is really good. It is written by an actual neurodivergent author, so like she actually, knows what she's talking about. And it is just so good. This is a book where their autism and ADHD are sort of the focus of it, but it's in a positive light, and both of them are, entire people outside of their disabilities, and also this book features lots of discussions about special interests with Ollie, so this book is really good. Be warned, though, if you read this and you're like, oh, this is adorable, I wonder what else Maisie Eddings has written. Don't do that. From my personal experience of doing exactly that, do not go read the rest of her books unless you really like adult romance. That's all I'm gonna say. The second one, and frankly I think this book is way better than this one, personally. I do really like that one, but this one's just way better. No, I still have not cut the tag off that pillow. Is The Many Half-Lived Lives of Sam Sylvester by Maya McGregor. This book is so good. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I adore it. It's so good. It's, again, by an actually autistic author. And it is just so wonderfully written. The main character special interest, while again being a huge part of the book, is more the catalyst for the main plot of the story because it's a mystery, but isn't like the only part of the story. It's great. It is a queer book with phenomenal characters. I love it. Yeah, go read it. It's so good. That's it for books. There's a mention of a character with ADHD in Mason Deaver. I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver, but it's like one off and she's not a main character. And it is stated in Heartstopper volume 4, I believe, that Charlie has OCD. But again, it's not a main part of the story. So, yeah. TV shows. First, again, Heartstopper. Not only because Charlie has OCD, but also because in season 2, there's an autistic character called James. He's great. I love him. He's definitely a side character, but then again, all of the like side characters are equally as important. So, yeah, he's great. I love him. I hope he finds all the happiness in the world. And also he gets to stay friends with Isaac. That didn't go great, but yeah. And he is played by an actually autistic actor. I can't remember his name, but I'll put it somewhere on screen. And lastly, quick runner-up. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Now, there's a lot of discussion online about whether or not this is good autistic representation, because the actress who plays Woo is allistic, which is not autistic. Personally, I really like this show. I think it does a very good job of positively portraying stimming and capturing it as just an everyday part of life. A lot of people do believe it fits into the savant stereotype, and I see where they're coming from. Personally, I see it more as just her special interest happens to be something that makes her smart, and it happens to be something that from the very beginning she likes. You're totally allowed to not like the show. That's okay. A lot of people don't. I like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's adorable. Yeah. Okay. Now, the very best show with the greatest autistic representation, and this is totally out of left field, is Heartbreak High on Netflix. This, like, kind of mediocre Australian sex education. Nothing like Sex Education. Sex Education is much better. Except for season 4. Season 4 sucks. There's my opinion for this video. This show, which none of us were expecting, has like some of the best autistic representation ever. Just like casually in there with the character of Quinny, played by Chloe Hayden, who is an actually autistic actress. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel as well. She's been on YouTube for a while. And it's great. You see the ups and downs, the good parts, the bad parts of her autism, and you see her special interests. You see people treat her differently when they learn she's autistic. You see ways to actually treat an autistic person, especially when they're having a meltdown. And just, it's so good. There's also some great non-speaking representation with her character, where after a meltdown she stops speaking, and it's just a really great scene, and it really just shows, yeah, I love it. Her meltdown scene is all about her. It's not about anyone else around her. It's incredible. And the only reason I'm excited for season 2 is to see more Quinny. So, yes. That's it for this week's video. Except, actually, hold on. Sorry about the jingling, by the way. I've got some pens over here. I'm gonna cut the tag off of this pillow. Okay. Tag, cut off the pillow, in the trash. Thank you for watching this week's video. We only have 2 more videos left. Oh my god, they are language and disability in school. So yeah, there's only 2 more videos left of like the actual series, and then you get my little wrap-ups. Can you stop slapping your brother, please? Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I will see you next Thursday.